running. Now we got the weed tube recording going, so let's do that dab. I'm gonna start heating the bucket up right now. Hey, I should actually probably show you guys the inside of my bucket. Truth be told, I might not actually need to heat my bucket up. It has a lot of wax on the inside of it. And that's what it's pretty much looking like. It's all the wax that's inside of it. I guess I'll show you guys too. It's all the wax. So more than likely, I'll probably just end up heating up the banger and probably just hitting it like that rather than have to add the dabs. Only because there's so much wax at the bottom right now. So with that being said, I suppose. Alright, that's cool. And let's light. My bong is made of silicone. I figured it'd be a lot easier being that I like to have things up on high up surfaces, so at least if it falls, I don't have to worry about spending $50 on a new bong. Even though I don't think I paid about $50 for it. It's probably paid about like $20, $25 from one of the places out here in Arizona that I usually buy all of my like smoking products from my papers to my bongs and to that piece that just fell and just cracked completely. Paid about $30 for this. I think you call it like a dab cap, but bought it from Desert Bloom. Really feel like I overpaid for it. But I really wanted to do that, so I'm gonna have to find a way to. I mean, I guess you could still hold it like this. I do think that a lot more of the heat is gonna start to burn my hand, so yeah. The dabs, I want to say is some peachy pineapple, in case I did not mention as well. But the peachy pineapple is really, really good. It tastes exactly how it sounds. I got the wax from Desert Bloom on Corn River. It's my favorite dispensary out here by far, hands down. One, they have very affordable pricing. Two, their product is amazing. Like everything I've had from there except for 2 strains were amazing, and I believe that was the 4G, which is like 4 different I guess Girl Scout cookies or something of that caliber, and it just was not good. It was extremely purple, looked amazing, but it smoked like shit. Like just basically burnt, you know, just basically burnt. Outside of the 4G, I want to say that there was one more strain that I had that I did not really care for. It smoked really good though, but it was just very light. I'm a heavy indica smoker, so vast majority of the time I like to get lifted when I smoke. Not that sativas don't do it for me, but I look for that that body high, if you will. I like the sink in the couch kind of feeling, you know. Have a very high tolerance, so it's definitely called for. Sativas are more for like during the day, if you will, when I'm out and about. Maybe got to do a bunch of running around, and I need to make sure that I'm on top of my game. Then usually what I'll do is I'll smoke a sativa. Thank you. I'm glad I could skip this because these casino missions are kind of trash. And this dude got it on easy as well, so I'm not gonna make no money off of this really. Oh yeah, that's this mission. Oh boy.
All right, we're going to Marlowe Vineyards.
But
this is a regrettable situation.
Recently, I invested into Disney.
Texan private equity money trying to buy the casino.
To their stock.
They usually get.
I definitely think that in the long term, it'll pay off because obviously Disney is acquiring everybody. Like, they're buying everybody out. They're like, you either with us or you're against us, but can't be both. So,
let's just say they don't teach you those tricks in business school.
Pretty much acquired that. Obviously, I invest in corporate cannabis. Can't just smoke it.
Considering how much I paid for my MBA, maybe there should be.
However, I do think here in the state of Arizona, I'm hoping for this next upcoming election, 2020, they will make weed recreational out here. Now, obviously, they're going to probably have some bullshit laws behind it. But with it being recreational, I just think that there'll be less bullshit going on out here. Like, I truly believe, like on some stoner shit, that if you smoke weed, the chances are like you will stay out of trouble unless you obviously getting pulled over by a cop or something like that for smoking. But if it's recreational, you need not worry about getting pulled over. Just don't smoke in public. Like, you know for sure you can't get in trouble for smoking in your crib. I mean, it's the vicinity of your home, for crying out loud. Even if you do sign a contract with like an apartment complex or something like that, you don't have to oblige by that shit. They can't. That's just like telling you couldn't smoke a cigarette outside of your home. Like, they don't have to know to you smoke in your crib. Like, just keeping it tall with everyone. Nobody has to know that you smoke inside of your house. If you burn some sage or if you have some like those blunt effects, I guess that's what that shit is called, like those sprays and stuff like that. Definitely mask the smell. Yeah, this shit is so far. I still have 1.2 miles to go. But yeah,
are your eyes even open?
I definitely think if more people smoked, there would be less violence going on. Like, nobody actually has time to fucking say, alright, you know what, I'm gonna go gear up and do some crazy shit like how motherfuckers is doing these days. Like, too much hate in the air, not enough CO2 and cannabis. That's what I truly believe. Because you can't, if you can mention to me one time in life that someone ever committed something like heinous while smoking weed, I'm pretty sure you just can't. Like, it's not possible. Like you're lazy when you're high.
Moment of truth approaches.
If you're not lazy, 9 out of 10 times you're hungry. 10 out of 10 times, fuck that. 10 out of 10 times you're hungry. Anytime you smoke, first thing you're gonna want to do is get you some grub. So it ain't like alcohol where it spikes your testosterone and shit and makes you feel like fucking Superman. Or you want to go be like a fucking mercenary and shit.
Park the car in one of those spaces.
Oh, that's this mission. It's just crazy, man. Well, we live in some crazy times, like, for real, for real.
Waiting for you out on the terrace if you want to follow me.
Jesus.
But the most important thing is we don't get caught up in that type of shit. You feel me? Like, always keep my head down, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I ain't out here doing nothing stupid. I ain't threatening people. Ain't doing nothing of that caliber. Like, I go to work, I make my money, I smoke my weed, and that be that. I just not for all the bullshit. I got into a lot of bullshit when I was very young. As a kid, I did a lot of bullshit. A lot of people did a lot of bullshit to me, so that's just how the universe works. So now I'm giving off the energy that I want to receive, and that's only positive energy. Figure deals me. I don't got time to be going back and forth with nobody, arguing about anything. Life too short, way too short. I'm only 27, like, I still got a whole life ahead of me that I'm trying to live.
So, you boys are making a very big mistake.
Yeah.
Thornton, would you excuse us for a moment? And why don't you take Miss...
Yo, press the X button, bro. Why you still watching this?
Baker and show her the expansion proposals we were discussing.
Okay, Uncle.
I think I should stay.
I strongly advise that you should leave.
In between time, man. Since we watching this cinema.
Just follow me.
I'm gonna grab the tray, cones. Shout out to Bloom of Tucson.
Anyway, Mr. Chang.
Shout out to Bloom of Tucson.
I'm gonna lay my cards on the table. I don't give two fucks about who your family is.
Oh man, I definitely. Actually, while I'm on, I guess I could explain to you guys what I'll be bringing to you here on my channel.
You don't get to pull a gun unless you're willing to use
pretty much.
But maybe you do things differently in your Now, when I return...
So mainly, obviously, as y'all see, it's always going to be weed involved. I box, like, I don't box to fight. I box to get into shape. And, hold up. And pretty much, like, with boxing, obviously, you're doing a lot of... Yo, what do I have in this gun? This shit is strong. Obviously, when you're boxing and shit, though, you always want to make sure that you wrap up tightly. You want to make sure that you always... Yo, come over here before you get killed, guy. Oh, he got this joint on easy. Not the bad guy. Alright, so gotta put a pause on, gotta focus. Teammate just died. Gotta take this helicopter out. That's out of there. Yeah, and I'm about to die too. So yeah, pretty much I box. I do box to polish up on my skills, maybe not to fight anyone, because like I said, I'm all about peace, but I definitely make sure that my joints is polished up. I'm very big on Marvel, like, I love comic books. As a child, or as a kid I should say, didn't really get a chance to, you know, be a child, if you will. I always wanted to be older than what I was. You know that saying, hard head makes a soft ass. That would best describe me as a kid. Didn't really get to do too much because I was a handful. Very hard to deal with. I definitely prefer Marvel as to DC. Just a big fact, like, got a chance to meet Heath Ledger in Brooklyn. He had a condo, and what was that? What it would be known as Borum Hills, by my old high school, Cobble Hill. He was just coming out of that little condo down there. Had no clue who he was, never heard of him, but he did do something really cool. I guess at the time, like, he was just starting out the Joker ordeal. He hit me with a "Why So Serious?" And that put me on. What? This nigga destroyed the vehicle, bro. That put me on to Batman. Like, obviously, I watched Batman as a kid growing up, but didn't really care for Batman. I'm gonna go ahead and continue on this dude. This shit is on easy. I'm rambling, but as I come on here more, obviously I'll develop more of a what can I say, a regimen? Yeah, a regimen of things that I would like to discuss. Like, each episode will probably always be different too. Like, it's not gonna always be me playing it in front of the PlayStation. I don't think that's really fun. Comic-Con, however, comes up November 2nd. I know for sure, like for sure, I'm going to Comic-Con. It's going to be at the TCC out here in Tucson, and if you out here in Arizona, if you out here in Tucson, pop out. It's going to be fun. Outside of Marvel, I like to read a lot of books. Sometimes I like to listen to books. Mainly, I've been listening to a lot of books on audible.com when I'm pretty much on the go, which is every day, Monday through Friday. So I'm pretty much always listening to a good book. The book that I'm listening to right now is A Message to a Black Man by Elijah Muhammad. Really in-depth book. Like, I decided to pick it up only because it was one of the books that Nipsey Hussle said to read. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, by the way. That was definitely one of those books that he had encouraged a lot of young men to look into. So I did just that. Prior to that, like, I've read the autobiography of Malcolm X maybe about like 4 times, I'm not gonna lie, and each time I read the book it always feels new, because it's just like he lived so much within a short span of time, you know. It's like, it's fucking bananas, really. Like, that's a really amazing book. What was that? I'm not sure what the woman's name is, but the new Jim Crow, I was just listening to that probably about like a month ago. I will say I haven't been on my book shit as much as I should be, because a lot of great podcasts have been coming out lately. A lot of celebrity podcasts like Expeditiously by T.I. Obviously The Breakfast Club. I'm a New Yorker, so that's just like mandatory. That's my information outlet. I do like Drink Champs with Nordy and DJ EFN. I think they got something over there. I like Jamel Hill, Unbothered, on Spotify. Definitely fuck with that podcast. I think she's really good at interviewing a lot of people. Then obviously you have Wine and Weed with Stilo Brim and Chris Reiniger. I like that show. It's I guess it's very different, you know, like they don't really seem too much to have a script that they go off of, you know, they just politic. Just good vibes all around, just talk about current events. Who's another podcast that I listen to? Star Brims, Keeping It Butte. It's fairly new, but she had Little Mo on there so far, ASAP Ferg, and then she got an episode about being a hater. So yeah. Trying to think. There's like 2 more. Oh, The Brilliant Idiots with Charlamagne and Andrew Schultz. Really like that. And Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. Those are some of the podcasts like I listen to. Mike Tyson is probably one of the most like influential people of our generation, and that man is fucking smart. Like, you talk about someone who didn't finish school, who hung out in the streets, but possibly might know almost little to everything about any type of culture, religion. Like he's just such an in-depth mind. And obviously, like I said with T.I. with that Expeditiously podcast, he has a word of each podcast that he tries to get out there each episode, each episode. Obviously it's T.I., so you know they're gonna be large words, ain't gonna be no small word. And he usually uses the term on it. I think that's what I liked most about his podcast, honestly, is that he's educating at the end of it. That would probably be the few podcasts that I listen to.
A word of warning, partner. The ID business is at maximum capacity, so you'll need to unload some bogus documents.
Shut your ass up. Oh, man. Trying to find an open lobby. That way that I can run some cargo. Well, maybe not run cargo, because I don't think my nightclub is maxed yet. So more than likely, I'll probably just like steal cars. So yeah, I guess vehicle cargo if you want. But since I'm not in the game, I may as well stuff this cone like I said I was gonna do. The dab has definitely set in. Gotta keep the scale. I usually scale out about at least like a 1.2, at least a gram. Basically, that's what it takes to fill one of these king size raw cones. So, I don't hesitate. I puts it in there. It's a few little nugs. It's beautiful. It smells really earthy too. It's 1.3 right there. So we are good. Tomorrow I'm definitely gonna be on streaming. Gonna be running the Easter eggs on Black Ops 4. Me and the homie. Not entirely sure if he wants me to release his name, so I'll just release his gamer tag. It's Young480. We got down plenty times. Like, I know him personally. I consider him family, and I think likewise. I'm pretty sure he considers me family. But we usually get down on the egg. Took us almost 3 hours, just under 2 hours and 57 minutes to complete the egg on 9. But that was between doing a lot of pausing the game, eating, just things like that. Like, 3 hours is a very long time. Using the bathroom, 3 hours is definitely a very long time to be sitting in front of the television. You know, your eyes start to hurt. You gotta recuperate, get you some water, use the bathroom. It's numerous to end. Just pretty much like, you know, I gotta feed Brooklyn. I gotta let them out. So, yeah. Let's see what we have here. Is that a seed? Yes. Good. Man, we were supposed to be coming to you guys with a podcast. Like, D-Rex is tied up in a few different things right now, so you guys gotta work with us. I mean, we still have the equipment. We're ready. It's just a matter of actually having the time. Like, right now it's the weekend. I have the time to actually sit down right now because I don't have to work on the weekends. But D-Rex still work on the weekends, so mainly we only have one day off. And on that one day, I'm pretty sure he has some other things that he would like to do other than come up with topics for the podcast. So, yeah. But whether we do it or I do it, if I have to be a nomad, I will. Just mainly really trying to get my room set up. Like, I have a few things that I want to get. Obviously, my bed being one of them, which is on the way, which is amazing. I do want to get a computer. That way I could edit videos. Like, D-Rex has a computer, but I can't always rely on other people. If I'm going to be doing this, I got to invest in myself, right? So that's probably one of the first things that I have to do. I have to get a computer or like a tablet. Because using my phone, like if I wanted to just use my phone and record, my phone is fairly old, so the battery, it doesn't last as long as it possibly should. My phone dies very quick. And I'm not that into technology for me to get a new phone, so until it breaks, I'm gonna rock with that motherfucker till the wheels fall off, dude. I prefer this over rolling. It just, to me, it's just way less time. Like, unless you're one of those fast rollers. Me, I like for my actual joints to look like something, so I put a little effort into them as I'm twisting. But I haven't rolled a joint in probably like 6 months since we came across the box of raw combs. It's just boxes on boxes now. Like, we don't play. Cause all we do is cop ounces. Like, it's just D-Rex and I. So mainly all we do is match each other. So when I'm by myself, it's usually at least a gram or better. But when it's me and D-Rex together, he can put in a 0.6. I can put in a 0.6. So we got a 1.2 right here. And we just smoke like that. Conserve weed. Because there's nothing worse than running out of weed. And you gotta wait. Because, one, your money might be tied up in something. Two, you might not have the cash, which might be the case sometimes. Because I do have responsibilities outside of just buying weed. Or three, mainly, you just don't really have the time to actually go get it. Because Bloom Dispensary is about 9 miles away. So, that shit on the other side of town. But I don't mind going all the way over there just to get weed. It just has to be worth it, you know? Mainly if you can get a ride over there, that always helps. But if not, just gotta chalk it up to the game. But this is the finished product. That's the finished product. Let's get this off. And one thing about me, when I first started smoking weed, it was only like chocolate Dutchess. In New York, that's probably the only thing we smoked. Me and my younger brothers, we would always go to the store, get the chocolate cigarillos, and roll them shits up. Now, we would get the big Dutchess if we had like some loud, which was like sour at the time. That's probably the only thing you could get at that time in New York. It was like a camaraderie to find, though. It was very hard. Pause. But we would be smoking chocolate Dutchess, which is straight Reggie. But you notice the difference and smoking a blunt as to a joint. Like, first time I smoked a joint, I realized when you taste the weed a whole lot more. Two, I think joints are like, I'm not a smoke in a group type person, really. Like, I like to smoke to the face because I actually like the feeling of being high. Marijuana high. Let me rephrase that. But pretty much just when I would smoke those chocolate Dutches, like, I would notice sometimes headaches would come about just randomly out of nowhere, and it'd just be like right there, man. It's like you just couldn't look. I didn't like that feeling. Two, what really just got me off of chocolate Dutches is when I moved out here to Arizona. You could find chocolate Dutches, but 9 out of 10 times they'd be dried out. Because out here, they don't really fuck with the Dutchies like that. There we go. Yeah, so like you can go to the smoke shop, you could find some chocolate Dutches and shit like that, but you probably had to buy a pack. So I kind of just started fucking with, why did I get up? I kind of started fucking with like White Owls, Zigzags, like the, what is it called? I think it was Zigzag. It was those, Garcia Vegas, just all different types of cigarillos and shit. And I realized, like, them shits only came with 2 in every pack. You spending like 2 out here. Tobacco products, they're costly. So you're not about to just pay like $1 for cigarillos. If you go to the smoke shop, you can. But mainly if you're just going to a, what is that? Oh, like some type of gun. Alright. Just grab more supplies. But if you go inside the smoke shop and shit like that, you can get cigarillos for cheaper. But you see a 30 pack of papers, and that shit lasts. Like, you can actually smoke a sufficient amount. Because at the time, it was just me and my girl that would just be smoking. Like, we would smoke with the homies and shit, but when we smoked with the homies, we wasn't really smoking crazy blunts like that. Like, we kind of got heavy on papers, then we strayed away from them. And, like, chocolate Dutchess kind of came back around for a brief second. The homie 40 out here, he would always gas me up to bring chocolate Dutchess through, so, because he think I'm a, like, super solid New York nigga. He's always saying son to me and shit, like, but yeah. He, would always say bring the Dutchess through, because mainly he would always have a lot of homies over and shit. So we'd be over there smoking and having a good time and shit. And like I said, once again, them headaches, man. Headaches used to just come, like, just randomly. There was never anything I could do about it. Like, I'm not a big pill taker, if you will. Took a bunch of pills when I was a kid. Thought they tasted like candy and ended myself up in the hospital. So, pills and I, we aren't fond of each other. But I pretty much don't really take pills, so I'm not willing to do that when I have a headache. So it's just like, got a natural remedy and shit. Sometimes I be feeling like those natural remedies and shit, they don't be working. That's how it's done. Like, sometimes those joints don't work, and headaches, they don't be going away. But I smoke papers. Now that I smoke papers, don't really gotta worry too much about headaches. can actually smoke a grip and not have to worry about what is this last thing? Having a headache. Like having headaches is nothing fun. What the rest of y'all at? Receive that blessing. Alright, we pulled you. Just gonna destroy the supplies.
Oh, I'm gonna make a real mess of you.
Oh, he had a knife. That's crazy. He tried to poke me up. So, I pretty much, I'll hit the bong. I try not to smoke blunts. Like, I honest to God do. I try not to smoke them shits. But on occasions, you'll link up with somebody you ain't seen in a long time, and obviously, they smoke blunts. Sometimes you haven't smoked all day because you're out and about, or you probably smoked that morning, but didn't get a chance to smoke. You bump into somebody on the go. You take advantage of that opportunity, so you might hit a blunt. And like now these days, I don't really like, because I don't smoke a lot of blunts. I guess I don't have headaches, and not like I said, not having headaches is fucking wonderful. But I do prefer, like, I feel like buying the 32 pack of cones for like $5, $6. I feel like that shit is way more lenient than buying like a pack of blunts. It's not gonna be $5, $6. It's gonna be like 19, 20. The same amount, like 30. Wiz pretty much got me on the paper flow too, though. Very inspired by that man. He made me get into the gym this year. Even though he got into the gym a few years ago. Nonetheless, I seen that being skinny is not the thing to do. I took some time off from the gym. It took maybe about like 3 weeks to a month off. D-Rex was having issues, and it isn't relatively easy to get to the gym on my own because I don't drive just yet. Your boy definitely about to get his license. When I get paid, I'm gonna go get my glasses, which I'm not stoked about. Not stoked at all, but it's mandatory that I need to see. So, your boy is just gonna get some glasses. Try to get some. If I could buy some glasses that weren't
We might have
prescription, and then they could put the prescription inside of them, should be dope. Should be super dope. But I don't know if that's possible, but I'm gonna find out. Definitely time to give me some water. So I would like to know from you guys, what's the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning? Is it like grab your phone? Is it get up and use the bathroom? Is it like go check on your kin, or like what's the first thing you guys do when you wake up? For me, it's drink water. Like that's the first thing I gotta do. I do be having to use the bathroom too, but like I keep a big water bottle right next to my bed at night. Like I'll fill it up if I wake up throughout the night, just like hydrate, like always keep a full stomach of water. But for me it's definitely hydrate. Like can't express like, especially as much as like I smoke, having cotton mouth, like your lips bleeding and shit, cause they dry, like you don't want that. So the best thing for you to do is what I'm about to do. It's hydrate. I ain't advertising for water, but if you were smart, everybody would know pretty much that our body is all water. Like, at least 73% water. So that's basically all fucking water. I gotta make sure these don't run down. Fuck it. Alright, so we're about to engage in some warfare, some gunplay. Why does my gun feel like it's stronger all of a sudden? Gotta make sure I'm not running into a bunch of things so I don't get killed. You know what? Fuck, I'm doing my shit right here, bro. I ain't gonna pump bitch. See, this shit be cheating. Shit instantly like pick up on everybody. You're good. You're good. You're good. Ladies and gentlemen, Grand Theft Auto.
They got sensors. Salam alaikum.
I also wake up and like, because my dog is right here, I always gotta make sure like, I don't step on him too. Because even though he got a bed here in the room, he likes to sleep on the floor sometimes.
I'm reloading.
You don't tell him where he might be. Wake up pretty early, like sometimes. At least during the winter, it's gonna be dark. But right now it's summer, so well, not summer. Yeah, it's still fucking 90-something degrees out. 100 degrees out this motherfucking. That's summer to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying.
Retreat! This is the end! Reloading! Chase them home!
Too much shot. Need that. This should go hard. I wish they had this in the game. That's it right there. Water don't never let me down. Unless it's some like Arrowhead water. That shit's disgusting. And like faucet water. Shit is also disgusting depending on where you at. Because in New York, that faucet water, everything. But out here in Arizona, nah, it ain't it. Sure it ain't. Thank God we got to reverse out most of the shit. Cool, so obviously I made it back with the supply. Let's get it. I go to boxing at least like 3 times a week, mainly Monday. Monday through Wednesday. But if we miss a day during any of those days, we usually make it up on the back end of the week. So between Wednesday and Friday. So here's how it goes down. Gabe is Monday. He's pretty intense, but he's more work on your mechanics. Tuesday, it's Sean. Sean's cool. Sean makes us do this like fucking, it's like a bear crawl stretch, but you do it into a push-up. That shit sucks. Then Wednesday, it's John, and John, oh man, super. He's by far the most intense person.
All right then.
That I think at Boxing Inc. Out of all the trainers, there used to be a trainer there that used to be there on Tuesday before Sean got the spot. He was pretty intense too, but he did kickboxing, so he was more footwork, and like he would teach us moves like throw the shoulder on you and then pop a boom. Like, yeah, his mechanics were just different, like, for sure. Liked him, he was very tough, but nah, John is the toughest. I'll be on my knees, like, just be intense, man, in workouts. Then at the end of every workout, he'll say, grab a glove or a mitt, put it in the middle, and then we're basically playing head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And when he says cone, whoever comes up with the glove or the mitt, they win. And the loser has to give 3 to 5 burpees, depending on what he says, depending on how much time we have left. And he'll make us do that about like 5 times. You're already like exhausted. He wore you out. He does these things where it's like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So like, but it's with the medicine ball. So pretty much, when he say go, like, you gotta keep going for that 20 seconds. It's imperative that you keep going. Like, you gotta keep going. Because you get your 10-second rest. But you don't realize how long 20 seconds is until you're doing something. So, like, I think first we usually start with jumping jacks with the medicine ball. So he makes sure to say, make sure that the ball never passes your eyes. So it's just all right, that's 20 seconds. Now you got to do that for 3 reps. All right. That's cool. Now it's high knees. Make sure the ball doesn't pass your eyes, but your knees have to pass your hips. So 3 rounds of that. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Then it'll probably be like either, what do you call them? Bicycles on the ball, or just regular bicycles on the floor. 3 reps of that. But you got to be fast, and they got to go elbow to elbow. Then it'll be, all right, take that medicine ball, give me a push-up on the medicine ball on each side. I want 3 reps of that. So, like, each rep that you do, your body is just slowly just like, ooh, you feeling that burn. And he's sitting up there saying, oh, like, it's only 20 seconds, but that 20 seconds feels like the longest fucking 20 seconds ever. Dang, where do all these people come from?
Did I mention that I have an MBA?
I probably don't Stay in this lobby. We out. Fuck that car. That shit was mid-range anyway. But then after that, he'll be like, all right, let's get, you guys can get some water. And then we start hitting the bag. We hit combos. That's the easiest part, like doing the combos. Not a big fan of punching the bag. I'm more of a fan of hitting the mitts. I think it works with your coordination a lot better when you have someone actually throwing punches at you and like you gotta go under and everything. Like I think that's a lot better than, you know, just a stationary bag. I did like mess up my wrist a little bit probably like 2 weeks ago, hitting the bag like just as it comes back, like you might graze it the wrong way, but you your wrist just like grazes it as it grazes it, just like you was putting so much on it, just like turning into it. Next thing you know, your wrist sore. So not a big fan of hitting the bag, but I am a big fan of doing the mitts. Mainly be combos. Lately, what's been going on is he'll have this little, I guess, workout where it's just like only with one hand. So it'll be like throw a two, slip, throw a two, roll, throw a two, pull back, and a two. Or it'll be a one, slip, no, a one, slip, a one, roll, one, pull back, one. And it'd be like, it feels good in motion. Like, when I first started, like, my coordination was so bad. One thing for me, like, I don't actually, like, I don't stand orthodox. I stand, like, or, no, I stand orthodox. I don't stand southpaw because I am left-handed. So, like, I lead with my left hand, there's, like, my jab. And the two is the power punch. Which is, like, it feels more comfortable to me. Just playing so much basketball when I was younger, I was kind of like very lefty dominant up until I was probably about like 11, maybe 12 years old. Like everybody used to always force him left. And eventually I got my right hand strong enough to to use it in game and to get a bucket. I'm not gonna say I'm ambidextrous, but I can finish with the right. Can't shoot with it, but I can finish with it. Contact, no contact. Don't really like the feeling of like trying to dunk with my right hand, honestly. This shit feels like so different. Like, for one, I can't even palm a ball. Like, my hands are very small. I'm 6'4", but I have, I guess, very small hands. Like, can't palm a basketball. I can cuff it, if you will. Sometimes I don't even cuff it. Just wait till I jump and flush it. That's usually how I used to do it when I was younger. Haven't played basketball in forever. Might hoop tomorrow, but definitely think I might hoop tomorrow. Might take the camera so I can record it, because obviously I can't on YouTube, but I might be able to post it on YouTube if I record it with the camera. I'm all washed up, but at least I'm not out of shape. Like, at least I can actually run on the court with the young guys, but like, I still get my buckets, but sometimes it'd be me alone playing out here. Like, sometimes people get caught up in just watching you do you, and not helping you along the way. So it is what it is, though. It's kind of been like that for a very long time. When I did played on a lot of teams where it's just like a lot of coaches' sons, but they weren't talented. So it would just be me playing like 1-on-5. And I was always up to the challenge because I was very hungry, very feisty player when I was younger. I lacked a lot of sportsmanship, you know, like I lacked a lot of it. And there's one thing that I wish I would have done differently when I was younger, was showed a lot more sportsmanship. I was so tied up in the aggression of the game, I didn't have time to show. Like, it was always like step on their throat, like always throw it in their face. But you live and you learn. As I got older, I just felt like the way I approached every business needs an aesthetic, cover the walls with game. I don't want that shit. Is that what you mean by renovate? I do gotta get that's where my office is. I gotta get something way closer, like these joints is crazy expensive, I bet. 2.8. Here's secure reserve. I mean, I suppose that would be way, but nah, cause 2.7. This one the closest to my office. Blue collar neighborhood and filling in with unregistered supercars. Doesn't count as gentrification. Yeah, cause my shit super far. Like, I'm tired of having to drive all the way down here. Somebody gonna catch me slipping eventually. Standard. They doing me dirty. Trying to take the food off my
Remember, I'll
plate,
do
son.
anything as long as it's legal. Ish.
But if it's two things I could say about this year and last year I enrolled into college. Sad to say, I did not finish. I did a semester in college.
You won't be able to drive this one out of there. It's heading offshore with some pretty nasty individuals, so it's going to need an airlift. Collect a heavy lift chopper and then collect the car.
Oh, I hate this one. But yeah. Basically, I was in college last year, just getting my general studies, but I was actually trying to get my welding certification. I was trying to enroll into that, but they told me it was too late. But they said if I started my general studies, that when the next class was available, that I'd be able to register. So I did my semester, and when it came time to go back to school, on the day that I went, which was the day that they were supposed to be signing everybody up, they told me that all the classes were taken and that I would have to wait another semester because it's only the downtown campus that does welding, and all the classes were filled up already. This was the first day. I got so discouraged, like super discouraged. I didn't I kind of punked out, if you will, like told myself I would go back spring semester of last year. Spring came and I never went, even though life wasn't as simple as it is now. Like I did have a lot of tribulation going on in my life. Well, I just had to get a lot straight. So pretty much just never went back. Didn't think about going back. This year, started working. And working a really good job. Like, I love my job. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But as much as I do love my job, say that it is time for me to, and like I said earlier, invest in myself. And this is exactly why I'm here on the WeedTube and on YouTube, specifically so that I can, hold on, let me grab these pigs. Alright, cool. We need this helicopter on here. But, that's why, like I said, I came here on the WeedTube. That's why I came here to YouTube. That's exactly why I started this channel. Because I would like to network and I would like to build something for myself. Like, life hasn't always been simple for me, as I stated earlier. And not to say that I want to simplify it, but I want to be able to do the things that I want and love in life. You know, like, before I'm too old, or before I'm gone, you know? Like, I feel like we should all be entitled to want to do what we all want and love in life. For me, it just happened to be, like, everything in my life pretty much revolves around weed. Like, the first time I smoked weed, it blew my mind, not in a good way, but like, it blew my mind in the sense of it opened up so many random thoughts. And for me, I'm somebody that's like constantly always in my head. I think a lot. I think a lot on a lot of things that I shouldn't be thinking about. You know, like, but it's reality, so that's why I think about these things. But other than like basketball, weed was something that I always like. I was always curious to learn about it. Not really so much on the educational level, but like while I was smoking it, like learning how many different strains and 3 different types, whether it be sativa, indica, or hybrid. I know that's more like new school. Back in the day, it wasn't really none of that. It was just like grass. But these days, like I said, we have those 3. Now I'm a little bit more educated on weed, or like CBD, you know, but I'm still learning as it goes. Basically, weed is just, like I said, it's always been for me. Like, there were times in my life where, you know, playing numerous games of basketball and you being out there from, I'm talking about like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, you out there. Yo, where's the rock at? That's supposed to be over here. Yeah, you out there at like 9, 10 in the morning, and you don't leave till about 9, 10 that night, you know, like, ball was super really light. We was growing up. Used to hoop everywhere, like whether it be Queens. I'm not gonna say everywhere, cause then I'd be lying. I was never fond of going to Harlem. Was never really fond of the Bronx, but I would go to Queens only because I had family out there, and I felt Queens was somewhat like Brooklyn, if you will, but a lot more like screwed up. And they got three different street joints out there. Like they have 137th Road, 137th Avenue, and 137th like Circle, and they all be right there next to each other. What's that about? Not about that far. Weed, basketball, some comic books. I hope that don't make me seem nerdy as fuck. Don't care if it do, honestly. I like comic books. So that's 3 things. I will be like revealing new pieces and shit that I buy. Like this one. The little glass. It has the nail. See, that's the nail. I don't really care for this one. I feel like oftentimes, a lot of the time, I'm just wasting wax. Maybe obviously I'm not doing it right because I'm still new to this shit. But it's as simple as they say in the smoke shop. They say you just put it on the nail, heat the nail, and smoke. But if you guys can give me 1 second, gotta use the bathroom. Guess who's back, nigga? Alright. Pardon me. But, so, let's see. We covered weed, comic books, basketball. When I go on, like, not that they're trips, if you will, but, like, let's say I go to Comic-Con, in which I am. You guys will be there with me. I wonder if I just like park my gun on the water. Will it stay? Nope. Well, you live in the room, son. But yeah, like I said, little trips that will be here in the crib. I had a woman, I would say dates, but I ain't got no ladies, so that's not optimistic. Oh, it's not even on this one. They Peter came over here for nothing. Alright. I destroyed my shit, so I can get a new one. Oh, in case you guys on the Wii 2 did not know, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto.
Morse Mutual, how can I be of service? I'll do my best.
Bro, I'm so broke right now. Like, yo, it's a shame. Like, I need to run that Bogdan problem ASAP. I'm starving out here in these streets, man. Somebody put me on. I look bad. Hey, yo, delivery be on point with this joint. Smoking, right? Let's see that. Which one of these colors? This purple one? Probably record on the Wii 2 for maybe about like 12 more minutes. I think an hour is going to be pretty cool. Somewhat of an introduction to who I am. Some of the things that I'm into. But I would also like to know some of the things that y'all into. That way I can make my content a little bit more, how can I say, polish up on my skills. Just get better at being a better tuber in general. Because I do really want this. It's somewhat independent, you know. Being able, I think, to build a brand is something that I won't like ever take for granted, you know. I see so many people doing it, and I see that it's a lot of hard work, but I'm a very hard working person. So, you guys can just let me know what I can do better, what I shouldn't do, or what should I do. Just help me launch a network, a stream for how can I say, not even a stream of revenue, because I truly don't care about the money. Like I'm content with my job right now. Don't really mind, but I would. Please. Just trying to grab this car. Sorry. directly on top of the car. You gotta do. That just popped up on this shit. It helped me to build a stream that's watchable. Help me build content that will bring you guys back to watch more. Like I'm pretty obviously, almost everybody is like their own biggest critic, you know? And that's pretty much what this is. I'm pretty confident in myself, but I'm also my biggest critic. So like, oftentimes I want to record, but like, I let like things in my head stop me. I create scenarios in my head. Like I said, I think too much. But this is something that I'm not gonna think about. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and with the feedback that I get from you guys, hopefully I can get better at this. I know making eye contact with the camera is definitely something that I have to get more acclimated to. It's tough. Like I said, this is something that I'm transitioning into, but bear with me, you know. Let's enjoy this ride together. Like, let's enjoy the growth. That,
can't get them all, can you, boss?
No, we can't. Let's enjoy the growth that I know I'm capable of, and hopefully you guys will recognize I'm capable of as well. So, probably gonna spark this joint back up, just because I'm not on the mission anymore. Even what I'll start doing too is like I'll upload videos on a weekly basis. Sometimes the videos might possibly be long. Sometimes they might just be maybe like 2-3 minutes. Sometimes it'll be just very direct and to the point of what's the point of my video. I know that's probably a better premise to go off of to start in general, rather than just like rambling on, such as I've done today. But I'm still new to this. Like, I have to get used to having a conversation in front of a camera. Like, I've played many games of basketball in my life. Oh, well, the Wii tube died, so that was about like 1 hour and 25 minutes, which isn't bad at all.
There's the boss.
It's not bad at all. Don't know what the other battery is, so I'm probably not going to be recording. But I was recording on this little guy right here. It's the Akuso, I think. What is it? 7000. EK7000. It's a little action camera. Not too fond of it. It works really good, really clear, but as you guys can see, the battery life on it is kind of, so yeah, we're pretty good on the WeTube video. I still want to record on YouTube because I'm playing oh, just dropped the joint. It's over. Let me put this controller down. Like I just bought this controller because I play zombies. I'm trying not to damage it, if you will. So I'll be so cautious as to not drop it, but as you can see, the joint just dropped out of my mouth. See, what I get caught up on doing, I notice, I look at the camera in the corner, like, that's what I look at. Which I know I shouldn't. I know I should be looking directly at you guys. But, like, well, this thing is extremely hot. Alright, we'll just leave that. I'll edit that video later. Put that down there. So now I'm recording on one camera. So now I'm going to focus on looking directly at the camera. Actually, let me see. If they give me a top range car right now, I'll probably like just switch over to some zombies after this. I was watching The Voyage of Despair. Mid range. Alright, I'm gonna steal this car and I'm gonna put on some zombies.
You're looking very sharp, boss.
But I was watching The Voyage of Despair Easter egg on zombies. I might be capable of doing it. Like solo. But I'm gonna watch the video again just to be sure. Cause some steps are a tad bit
Alright, you should have the details on this car. Bring it to the warehouse and try to look after it. We're charged for repairs.
So is this car just like sitting around someplace? But yeah, I'm playing some GTA. For after I steal this car, oh look, car's right there. Cool. They're already shooting. Cool. Need that cash though, y'all riding. Or not even bad looking. Alright. That's it? You need that bread, homeboy. Give me his shot his ass over there somewhere. Fair course, love. They're probably gonna combat me. I'm here for it. Should I probably be like doing some reviews on here too? Like, I smoke a lot of the weed, but I don't ever do reviews on it. Never really felt the need to. Lucky, man. If these fools were smart, bro. Oh, wow. That's how they do it? They steal the car, though. These idiots are more worried about killing me. Perfect sense. That's what got by that car, huh? Hey, get up. Snipe you. Oh, he got up. Pretty cow, bro. Damn. Oh, yeah. Might be a 50 cal on 3. Alright. Last two shot. Oh, you hit me with that thing, bro. My good guns yet. What else should try with the... Okay, this is a good gun. For sure, for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna want it. Need that price though. You know, all that. Wow, 21,000, bro. I'm about to go ahead and destroy this shit. Nah, I ain't taking this. Fuck this shit. That's a bad, man. Crazy. Send my ride. I got the places down here. I'm gonna put them I just got the hollow points unlocked yesterday. Throw that on there. That shit gonna cost me
Hey,
money
boss.
I don't have, bro. For me to equip the shit. Boy, hurting out here. I might rob a store. It's looking bad. I'll tell you what though, I'm more active today than I was last week when I was trying to do this. I might, yeah, I'm definitely more active today. I was gonna say I might have been more focused on the game. I was focused on the game today, but I also think I was talking to the camera for a very long time as well. There were some moments throughout the game where I might have actually focused on the game. And as y'all can see, like, I suck at this game, so it is what it is. Play it anyway, though. I've been playing this game for about, like, 3 years now, just to get this 180. I see people that's, like, 1,200 and shit. Like, how they do that? Is that hacking? Because that shit is crazy. This game been out for like 8 years, 6 years, or something like that. It's something like that for sure. But this game definitely is still pop. I just don't understand how somebody could have like 800, 900, 1,200. How y'all invest that much time into this game?
Got some frustration you want to work off, huh?
What was I gonna...
About to make a good investment, I can tell.
Oh, so it's only for guns like this. I don't really...
Load
Just
it
got
up.
a hollow point joint on it. Let's get some hollows.
Wouldn't want to be on the wrong end of one of those.
Let's see. Hold on, this joint got the suppressor on it. Yeah. Can I throw the hollows on this? Yes, sir.
Of the profession.
I got $490. Let's get it. Can't put it on there.
That is a wholesome day's fun
Yeah.
taken care of.
Your boy broke. I don't even got enough to pay my staff. Might have to go to the casino. I mean, I got stuff I could sell. I could sell my guns, get a meal, and go to my nightclub, get a couple $100 mil. I got like businesses that I could do, but I'd rather keep all them joints full, like that way. Nah, I don't want to deliver no goods right now. Might be type quiet for GTA right now, truth be told. So I'm probably gonna yeah, more than likely I'm probably gonna bring GTA session to an end, and that's gonna pretty much end this stream, but I might. Matter of fact, I got this. So let's close out GTA.